Nodus has a plugin for Zotero, so you can ask about a paper without leaving the reader you already work in. It is installed from Nodus itself in the integration settings. First, the switch. It starts a small local server that Zotero will talk to. It listens only on this computer. Then, one button installs the plugin into Zotero for you and updates it later from the same place. Zotero closes and reopens while it installs, so save your work first. If you would rather not let it do that, you can download the plugin file and add it in Zotero yourself. This is the plugin, opened beside a paper in Zotero. It has 3 tabs: the chat, your providers, and its settings. Start with the settings, because one choice governs everything else. Linked mode uses your running Nodus app. That means the plugin can reach the ideas Nodus already extracted from your library. If the paper you are reading connects to something you read before, the related ideas and suggestions appear in the chat, and you can open them in Nodus. Standalone mode works without Nodus running. You bring your own provider keys, and the features that depend on your library are switched off. That is what the Providers tab is for: a key per provider, the models loaded from it, and the ones you pin to the model menu. And there is a reason to prefer linked mode. Through it, you can use subscriptions you already pay for, like ChatGPT or GitHub Copilot, signed in once through Nodus. We will leave it on linked, which is the mode this tutorial uses. Below that, what the model is allowed to see. Sending the document text is what makes the answers about this paper rather than about the world. Complete text is the setting to keep. The semantic model that indexes it runs on your machine, so no embedding key is needed. Visual OCR is for scans with little real text. Leave it off unless a paper comes out empty, because it makes indexing much slower. Agent mode lets the plugin act on your library. Create notes, highlight, add tags. Keep the approval box ticked, so nothing happens without you saying yes. Then the highlight colors, how long an answer may run, the interface language, and automatic updates, which are worth leaving on. At the bottom, the connection to Nodus. If it says not connected, press test connection with Nodus open, and leave the port and token empty so it finds them itself. Now the chat. 5 buttons run along the top, and each one is worth knowing. The first starts a new conversation, leaving the current one behind. The second is the history, every chat you have had about your papers to go back to. The third saves the conversation into Zotero as a note attached to the item, so the answer stays with the paper. The fourth is the auto highlighter, which we will use in a moment. And the fifth turns agent mode on, which is what allows those actions on your library. Beside the model, there is a reasoning level too. More reasoning is slower and costs more, so it is off here. So a question about the paper on screen: how it tells open source apart from free software, and who proposed the term. The answer comes back with the page it came from beside each claim, which is the part that matters. And an evidence audit underneath, how much of what it just said is actually supported by the document, sentence by sentence. A second question about why open collaboration is said to produce more reliable software. Here it does something better than answering. It says the text does not argue that, and then tells you what the text does say. A model that admits the gap is worth more than one that fills it. Now the highlighter. It asks first because it writes into your PDF. It reads the whole document and marks what it considers most important. Red for very important, yellow for important. 8 passages this time, 2 red, 6 yellow, and it says plainly how many it could not locate in the PDF. They are real Zotero highlights in the document, and they can all be undone with one click. And here is something worth seeing. Change the model and run it again. The same document, a different model, 5 passages instead of 8, and 4 of them marked very important rather than 2. What counts as important is a judgment, and models judge differently. Treat the highlights as a reading suggestion, not a verdict. That is the plugin, installed from Nodus working inside Zotero, answering from the paper in front of you and pointing at the page every time.